Hey you guys, welcome back to TPL TV. My name is Princess and you are now all up and through the princess lifestyle. So hi you guys, welcome back. I'm feeling so good right now. It's May, we are in a new month and the weather is finally starting to change. You guys, it's warm outside. It's so warm outside that last night I could barely sleep. I had my windows open. It's not time to put on the air conditioning yet, but you know, it's feeling good. I mean, I'm feeling good. I hope you guys are feeling good too, okay? Don't let this situation that's going on in the world get you down. So we are getting ready and we are doing a really tough look today, but I'm starting with hair. So I wanted to do a 60s inspired type of look. If you follow me on Instagram, then you already know I've been watching Mad Men religiously. I love that show. So I had to quickly wash this bob wig that I pulled out of my box of wigs from I don't even know how many years ago. And I pulled out my Crystal Beauty hot air brush. So you guys saw me use this this hot air brush on my natural hair and it worked beautifully. So I went ahead and said, you know what, I'm going to use this on my wig. And let me tell you, this brush dried this entire wig. It dried in, I'd say it's less than 10 minutes. I don't want to say it's 5 minutes because that just sounds so unbelievable, even though it was low-key, high-key, like only 5 minutes that it took to dry this wig. And I put it on a medium heat setting. It's not even on the highest. It took about 5 minutes to dry this wig. And then once it was pretty much all the way dry, that's when I started to curl it. I just wanted to try it. I've never used a blow dryer. You know how like you'll see on TV in the salons, specifically in like the white salons, you'll see them using a brush and a blow dryer and they put the tension on there. I wanted to do that type of thing just to see if it works. And actually it does. I haven't really started doing it yet. Right now I'm curling just to dry the roots, but this brush actually works to like curl and style the hair. I didn't know that. Like, watch this. I'm using it sort of almost like a curling iron or a flat iron, and look at the body that it gives. I don't know what is in this brush. I don't know, because the thing is, I've tried a blow dryer like this from another company, and I didn't like it. I know Revlon has one, and I don't like it. First of all, the Revlon one almost burnt. Never mind. Anyway, this brush is really good, and I like that somehow, some way it adds shine. I guess that's just because of how evenly distributed the heat is. That's why it's able to add shine, because it's not just drying one little spot. But this brush definitely adds really nice shine, really gorgeous body, and then it just works so quickly. That's the thing that I love most about this brush. So I'm just trying to get this hair dried. I am also right now adding a flip to the ends because that's the look that I decided to go with. The 60s were not necessarily a flip to the ends. It was a little bit of a curl to the ends, but I didn't want a whole curl, you know? I wasn't trying to go full-blown 60s situations. I was just trying to, you know, put some 60s into my life. So this flip, this came from that hot air brush from Crystal Beauty. It's really gorgeous. I could have left it like this, but I was scared. I was like, oh, all I used was a blow dryer. I don't know if that is going to hold up for the couple of days that I want to wear this look. So I went ahead and whipped out my 2-in-1 curved flat iron or curved hair straightener. I'll put it on the screen, whatever it's called. The 2-in-1 curved hair straightener from Crystal Beauty, and I went ahead and flat ironed some flips into the look. Okay, I really like it. You guys are gonna see me do it. Unfortunately, and you guys, I really am sorry. You guys know me. I'm, you know, a videographer, you know, I'm the film girl. I don't make these types of mistakes, but I'm gonna go ahead and be honest with you. This was a terrible angle for you guys to be able to see me style this wig with the flat iron, and I am really, really sorry about that, because I'm sure you guys would have wanted to properly see it. But unfortunately, my arm was in the way. I should have lifted the camera up and pointed it downwards, but you know, we all make mistakes. So I ask that you guys forgive me or whatever. But yeah, I'm just putting in flips, you know, nothing too crazy. I just really felt like if you know the show Mad Men, then you know the looks I'm talking about. I actually also named this wig. We named this wig on Instagram. We named it Joni, if you're feeling spicy. And I chose that name because I'm watching Mad Men right now. It's a show, it's on Netflix, but it was a show that came from the channel AMC. But I'm watching that right now, and there's a woman on there. Her name is Joan, and she and I are so much alike. I love her. We're even built the same. That's what I was saying on Instagram, and you guys went and Googled it. I was on IG Live, actually. You guys went and Googled it, and you were like, oh my gosh, you guys do have the same body. Because she has huge boobs, you know, a small waist, and then big old hips, you know. I just love her so much. I think that she is such a gem on the show, and she's so beautiful. She's this redheaded white girl. She's powerful. She, you know, she has a presence about her that I just absolutely love. She's feminine, but she's also like bossy. And even in the earlier seasons, before she was an actual boss, quote unquote boss at the show, on the show, she still carried that presence about her that she was like on the same level as all of the men. And by the way, that show just really shows how sexist the world was back in the 60s. As I was saying on Instagram, I don't know how those women got through it, because I'd have been in jail. I'd have beat all these men up, okay? Because the way they were treated, no, God knew I couldn't be born in the 60s. Because had I been alive in the 60s, we would have been throwing bows. I'd still be in jail to this day. You feel me? Because I wouldn't have been taking no mess from no man. And that's all I'm saying on that, okay? Anywho, so I'm, you know, flat ironing this hair, and I'm putting some hairspray on it just to make sure that these flips don't fall, okay? Because I did want to wear this Joni wig in two videos, and I did get to film another video because I did an IG Live tutorial with another beauty influencer by the name of Ohima Bantu. If you don't know who she is, then you need to wake it on up and get to know her. So I did it an IG Live video, and honestly, I didn't have any intentions of creating a real look. I really was just gonna do skin and then answer you guys' questions about makeup and skincare, because those are the questions that are being asked the most. But then I just started finding random makeups that I have in my beauty room, and I'm just like, wait, I've had this for months and I've never used it. Let me try this. Wait, I've had that for months and I never used it. Let me try that. I found the most gorgeous eyeshadow palette, two of the most gorgeous eyeshadow palettes ever. They're very small and compact, and you guys, I promise you guys are gonna love this. Please, if you're watching this and you are not subscribed, for your own sake, for your own good, not even for my good, because, you know, I don't really care. Subscribe and turn on your notifications, because the eyeshadow palettes that I'm going to show you guys in my next video coming up after this, it's going to be a quick get ready with me. Listen, they're so beautiful, and they're so, like, what's the word? They're so ready to wear. Like, you don't need, you know me, I'm like, I love simplicity. This look that I'm doing today, this dramatic graphic yellow cut crease liner situation, I don't do that on a regular basis. I just like looking really pretty, and I love pretty makeup. I love feminine makeup. I love feminine things. So This look isn't my typical look, but the look that I'm going to show you guys after this video, what's coming up right after this video, it's so beautiful and so simplistic, so effortless, and it looks like you did a lot. Like, it looks like you did the most to achieve the look, but I promise you, I literally used 2 eyeshadows and they were from the same palette. I'm just like, I can't wait. Like, I'm going to use those 2 palettes again because I am doing something extra special for you guys really soon. If you're not subscribed to my second channel, I'm going to encourage you to do that because I have some really important things happening with that channel. I haven't posted on there in several months because I really had to take my time and think about what I want to do with that channel, because I always knew I wanted to have a second channel, and I do want to do fashion and show you guys that type of stuff, but that's too monolithic for me. There's so much more that I need to give you guys. And yesterday, or maybe the day before yesterday, I figured it out. Well, not me. I think, you know, I was just sitting down in my bedroom talking to God about random things. And then I said to myself, I have to give you guys what I didn't have a few months ago. I have to be able to contribute to women and girls, and I have to be able to really give you guys more than just looks. Like, I don't know if everybody listens to my voiceovers when I'm giving encouragement and all that type of stuff. So I need to be able to sit down and really focus in on certain things with you guys. And that is what my second channel is going to be about. Well, not going to, it is about. And if you guys can hear anything in the background, I'm sorry, that's my family. I'm having family over per usual because we are taking this time to spend time with each other. If you guys are not spending time with your family during this time, you really, really should, because I promise you, once everything opens up, it's going to get hectic again. Work is going to start back up. You're not going to have the time that you have now to be able to bond with the people that you love. Like, I fell in love with my family all over again during these last 2 months. I loved them before, but I really love them now. Like, I love them for real, with no strings attached or obligations. Like, I love them in a real way. And I think you guys should do the same, okay? All right, so my second channel is called TPL TV, and that stands for The Princess Lifestyle TV. I'm going to be doing a lot over there, so I need you guys to definitely subscribe. I'm going to leave a link in my description bar so that you guys can find that channel super easily. To everybody that's already subscribed, I love you guys so much. Thank you for already being there, and shout out to you guys for just, you know, being with me for all these years, because it has definitely been a rough ride. Anyway, aren't we doing makeup or something? Okay, so so I'm doing my skin right now. One thing that I've been doing with certain foundations, like this Juvia's Place foundation that I'm wearing, is I've been cutting it with oil, not heavy oil. I use a rose oil from Lancome. You don't have to use something that's that expensive, because that oil is extremely expensive. I think that little bottle is like $300. So you don't have to use something that expensive. But if you can use an oil that you know enriches your skin, whatever is best for your skin, then 1 drop of that will cut the foundation and give it a dewy look without making you look greasy and oily. So if you see my foundation going on in a different way that yours goes on, that's probably the reason why. I have been adding beautiful type of scented oils to my foundations as of recently. I don't always do it, but I did do it in this instance, and I think I might have done it in the last video too. But 1 drop of a really good oil mixed in with your foundation, a foundation that's super full coverage that you want to, you know, maybe glide a little bit better, it is just, it's such a it's a beautiful way to cut it. It's a beautiful way to get a different type of finish. Now, I love a velvety finish, but I wanted mine to have a little bit more dew in it, so that's why I did that. And you can also add oil before you even do foundation. You can add it to your face, but I would not suggest adding it to your concealer because that's the type of thing, that's the type of product that you want to stay put. So I would not recommend that. And even when you add oil to your face, if you're going to do that, I would not recommend to add it to any of your under eye area or your eyelids because those are areas that you want to be matte. Okay? So I'm just contouring. I'm using one of my foundation brushes from e.l.f. Cosmetics, and I've had this foundation brush for years, honey. You know, it has broken several times, but I just put a little bit of nail glue on it and I jam it back together and it works perfectly fine. And then a couple of months, 3-4 months later, it'll break again and I get my nail glue out and I jam it back together. There are certain things that you just don't have to repurchase if you know how to fix them. And that e.l.f. foundation brush, baby, it's abominable. It's you could put some C4 on that brush and it won't blow up. I bet you it'll be fine. I bet you. It's probably made from vibranium. I'm just saying. So now I'm just setting all of the areas. I'm not doing any baking. I said, Princess, we are going to give them dew. We are going to give them skin. We are going to give them glow, honey. Okay. So I am just dunking a very fluffy type of brush. Usually this brush is labeled as a blush brush, but I literally never like using the quote unquote blush brushes for blush. I don't know why. I just feel like it doesn't frame my cheekbones properly, but I always love using blush brushes for my under eye areas because I feel like it fits in those areas to perfection. So I don't want to look super matte at all. I'm just trying to set everywhere so that my face doesn't shift, you know? So I just dunked my brush into a little bit of powder and I made sure that I got the powder all up and through the entire brush. Then I tapped off the excess and went ahead and set. Okay? So this eye look, this eye look that we're getting ready to do, you guys. Okay, so I don't even know why. So what my plans were, right? My plan was to, how do I put it? My plan was to just do a soft yellow eye, you know? Not even a smoky eye, just a soft yellow washed over the eyelid, maybe putting a soft brown into the crease. But I wasn't trying to like do something crazy and dramatic, but somehow I started off with this warm shade in my crease, and then for some reason I started cutting my crease. I don't know why. I don't even know why I started cutting my crease, but I did. I started cutting my crease, and then I was like, oh well, I'll just put the yellow on top of that. And then I was like, maybe we should try graphic. And before I could even finish the thought, all of a sudden I had liquid liner in my hand and I was doing things, you guys. I started, I don't know what happened. I don't know. I don't know. But I'm using my Warrior 3 palette from Juvia's Place, and I'm packing that yellow shade onto my eyelid. So let me give you guys a quick tip, because I did make a mistake with this look, but it was corrected, and you know, it wasn't even that big of a deal, but just to help you guys out. So when you're using like concealers to cut your crease, or you're using a paint pot or some type, whatever base you're using to cut your crease, don't waste any time after you've laid the product down, because that will change the impact or the level of pigmentation that whatever shadow it is that you choose to place down has. So on the first eye that I did, I waited probably like maybe 5 seconds too long to go ahead and start putting the eyeshadow down. So the inner corner of my eyelid was a different tone of yellow than the outer corner. And I could see it. I don't think anybody else could see it, but honestly, if I can see it, that's more than enough. So just make sure that as soon as you put your base down, or better yet, don't put your base down until you're ready to put your shadow down immediately. Like if you put your base down and then you have to like go into your drawers or your bathroom or something, wherever it is that you guys keep your makeup, if you have to go into your storage and pick out an eyeshadow, don't put your base down yet. Make sure you have your eyeshadow in your hand, ready to go, ready to be placed on your lid before you put your base down. That way, you're gonna get the full pigment of whatever shade you're using, and you know, it's gonna be even across the board, because one of my eyes was like neonish yellow, and then the other was a little bit on the mustardy side. It makes for the shadow to not be patchy, because my first eye definitely had maybe like 2 patches on it, and that didn't have to happen. Like that didn't have to be. If I had been on time with placing the shadow down in the base, I'd have been fine. Okay, so that's where I was getting a little upset. I was getting upset because everything was going okay, and then I made a mistake. And you know, with liquid liner, with any type of liner really, it's such a dicey situation. You never know if you're just gonna ruin yourself by choosing to use liner. So it was tough, it was, but we got through it. I'm just glad that I did not give up halfway through or give up once I made that mistake, because if I had given up, I never would have gotten this beautiful graphic yellow warm sunset situation that I have going on. And you guys already saw what the final look looks like. So if I had given up, I never would have been able to push myself to get to the point of doing graphic liner, because I wanted to do this level of graphic liner for a long time. You know, in my last video, I did a teensy bit of graphic liner, but not much. But with this, it was full-blown drama, graphic liner, wasn't playing any games, mod 60s situation. So I'm really proud of myself. It's not perfect, but you know, what really is perfect these days? And graphic liner will humble you, because it will show you it will show you that your eyes are actually not even. I think this eye that I'm doing is higher up than the other eye. I don't know how to prove it, but I'm really sure that this side of this eye is definitely like, I don't know if it's pointier. It's just slightly differently shaped than the other one. And I'm sure of it. I'm not crazy. I know it's true. So anyway, I'm just cleaning up beneath that liner so it can look super sharp and super, you know, ba ba boom. That's what I'm doing. So I'm really proud of me. Go me for keeping with it. It was a very exhausting situation. Like I felt like I was about to overheat and break out in a sweat from doing this look. That's how stressful it was. So anyway, I'm taking my Warrior 2 palette and I am getting a good contour and bronzer situation going. I mixed the 2 shades. I mixed the red and the brown so that it can act as a bronzer as opposed to just a contour or just a blush. So if that's a trick, that's a cute little hack. If you don't have the Warrior 2 palette, you're playing games. Honestly, you just are. But if you're gonna make any purchases, make sure you use my code for Juvia's Place. You can use code PRINCESS for 10% off. And Juvia's Place is having a super duper sale right now. So make sure that you go and get everything that you need. They're having a lot of bundle sales. You should definitely be following Juvia's Place and turn on their post notifications, because that's how I get notified about any sales that they have. And anytime I need to stock up on something, or, well, I'm the type of friend that buys my friends makeup whether they ask for it or not. Anytime Juvia's Place is having a sale, I go ahead and order a couple of things for friends and force them to take it, even if they don't wear makeup, because listen, everybody's gonna wear makeup. If you're around me, you're gonna wear makeup, and that's on periodic table, okay? That's on mat counter. That's on lawn comb, okay? At your face, all right? All right, okay. So we are nearing the end of this look. I'm so happy. I'm using my Sephora gel liner in the shade Molasses. If you were on my IG live, then you guys heard me talking about how I'm over the shade Molasses from Sephora. I'm not really into it anymore because the cool undertone of it is just not really doing it for me, you know? I'm over it, all right? So I went ahead and put Huda Beauty's Rendezvous lipstick over top of that because I wanted a super duper flamingo-y type pink. This wasn't the exact brightness of pink that I wanted. I still wanted it to be a little bit more bright. This was like bubblegum pink. I wanted flamingo. If you Google a flamingo, then you know that the pink it's closer to, it's not magenta. It's like between this and magenta. Okay, so here we are. Now all I have to do is put on lashes, which I almost forgot to do because of how dramatic this look is. So I am using these lashes. I believe these 25 or 30. So I went ahead and got myself some lashes. You guys know me. I have vendors out the wazoo. I know all the vendors for all the things. So I went ahead and got myself some lashes, and I paired this look with some 30mm lashes because I needed lashes that could handle the heaviness of the graphic liner, and these lashes were perfect for it. So that's what I've got going on right now. This is the look fully completed. You guys stuck with me through all 27 minutes of this, so I thank you so very much. You guys let me know what you think about the look in the comments. Please leave a comment and say hi. I look forward to talking to you guys, and I just love you all so very much, okay? All right, love you. Goodbye. I will see you in the next one. Bye.